Good morning, my YouTube family. Good Sunday morning, a beautiful morning. I'm not gonna lie, it's what time is it right now? 11:26. I just woke up about 20 minutes ago, man. This job I've finally gotten used to, but on the weekends I try to sleep in because I wake up at 4:30, 4 a.m. Monday through Thursday, and it kicks my butt. So I try to catch up on my sleep when I can. I don't know why I woke up this morning thinking about Methadone clinic, thinking about how bad the place is. You know, so many people can comment on here saying the Methadone clinic saved my life, and it's not a bad place, and blah blah blah. Which it's half true. It could save your life from doing worse things like heroin and fentanyl. But man, you're just changing one addiction for another. The Methadone clinic. So back in, I can't even remember, man, 2011, I think it was, that I even learned what the methadone clinic was. I was out buying street drugs, worrying every day, how am I going to get my next fix? How am I going to get my next fix? And somebody told me about the methadone clinic, so I'm like, well, if it's that easy, there's no way it's that easy to go in there and just get that. So one morning, I called there, and they told me I had to be in withdrawals to be able to come in there and be seen and be admitted in or whatever. So I went a whole 24 hours without taking anything. I was up the next morning, didn't sleep at all, up the next morning feeling like crap. I went into that clinic, they did tests on me or whatever. It was probably an hour, hour and a half total of asking me questions, drawing my blood, doing my drug test, blah, blah, blah. And they tell me to go to a window, and I go to a window, and they literally give me a little cup with a little pink liquid substance in it. And I'm like, it's that easy to get this? There's no way. I've only been here an hour and a half. So I drank it, and they told me to have a seat and wait, 30, 45 minutes to see how I feel, and they would give me the rest of my dose or whatever it was. So they started me on 40 milligrams. They gave me 20 and wanted to see how I would react. So they gave me my other 20 in about 45 minutes to an hour, and then just sent me on my way. And then I had to go there every morning between 5:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. I think it was. You got to go in there, sign in, wait God knows how long, depending on how many people are there, because it it's hard to explain, man. You go in there, you sign in. It's just like waiting in a doctor's office. People that have been to the methadone clinic know exactly what I'm talking about. You may wait 5 minutes, you may wait 4 hours. Doesn't make a shit if you got a job you're about to go to, or you got kids to take to school, or kids to pick up, or somebody to take their doctor's appointment. It doesn't matter. That methadone is number one in your brain, and you're gonna do whatever it takes to sit there and wait on that dose. You get your dose, you leave. The longer you're there, the more take homes you get, which are, they give you an extra bottle. That way, say you're going Monday through Saturday. When you're doing good, you pass all your drug tests, you're not doing no other crazy drugs besides methadone, you don't abuse it, don't get caught selling it to other people, stuff like that. Then you can get take homes, and they give you one for every like 6 months that you do good. It's like good behavior pretty much, and that's one less day you have to go to the clinic. So say you go Monday through Saturday, they give you a take home for whatever day you choose. You say Saturday, so that way you're only going Monday through Friday, and on Friday you get your Saturday and Sunday's take home dose, because they're closed on Sundays anyway, so you automatically get that take home. And the longer you're there, the more you get to take home with you, and the more you are able to abuse it. I don't know anybody that hasn't abused it, man. Like you're an addict, you're a full blown opiate addict, and they send you home with your liquid medication. You got 2 extra doses for 2 days on the weekend, and you got nothing better to do. Well, I'm just gonna take a little sip here, a little extra, and eventually you're out, and you're feeling like crap all weekend long. Um, the main reason I'm doing this video is because I just want people to be aware, man. Like, yes, the methadone clinic helps you, but it is not a permanent thing. And when you make it a permanent thing, it's honestly not much different from out doing heroin, because, I was out stealing stuff every day just to be able to get my money to go get my dose. Just like somebody, a heroin addict, would go out and, steal something and go pawn it. Same thing with methadone. It's no different. So, I just want you guys to be aware, like, if you're an addict, you're planning on getting off of it, and you've been thinking about the methadone clinic or Suboxone or Subutex or any of that crap, just be aware, man. Like, if you don't have a very strong mindset as an addict like I did when I was addicted, it's next to impossible to just get off of it on your own. It doesn't matter who's telling you, please get off of it, or what's going on. Your best friend could die from it, and you're still going to continue doing it because that's just all you know. That's all your brain is wired to think like that. So you guys just be aware that it's not all good. Just because it's legal doesn't mean it's okay to do. Like when it comes to kratom, I've been taking kratom for a long time, and that is literally what saved my life. I got off of kratom I got off of methadone and Suboxone because of kratom. Kratom does not get you high. It does not mess you up unless you're going and buying these extract shots and all this other wild stuff they got. I literally just take the powdered capsules, take it a few times a day. Yeah, I may take too many some days, but nothing compared to the methadone clinic, man. I met a guy one time when I was in line. I had a job I had to be at 7 a.m. And the clinic that was in where I live here, they didn't open until 5:30. If you got there at 5:30, you were waiting until at least 9 o'clock to even be seen to get your medicine. And you would be late as hell to your job. So you would have to show up at least 2 hours before they open, an hour, 3:30, 4:30, you had to be there. Well, I showed up early one day, and when they opened the doors, I went in. I was like the third one in line, not realizing that all the people behind me were about to jump on me because they had been there. One guy said he'd stayed the night there. He stays the night there every night. He goes to sleep at 8 o'clock at night, wakes up at midnight, and drives his truck up to that methadone clinic parking lot and sleeps in his truck all night just so he can be first in line. There's no way to live, man. And I told him, look, you got this. I'll go to the back of the line. I thought I was bad, but there's always somebody worse off than you, man. And the counselors they have at these clinics, some of them have good intentions, but for the most part, they're in it for the money. I know for a fact the counselor that I had for a while, I'm not going to say any names and throw her out there, but I know for a fact she was on it too. She was taking the methadone, which I don't understand how somebody could be a substance abuse counselor and be on substances like narcotics. I don't get it. She'd be nodding off, talking to me. And my wife wanted me off of it so bad that we both went in one day and we started trying to talk to the counselor about downgrading, what do you call it? What is the word I'm looking for here? I just woke up. I'm sorry, guys. Taking less and less every week until I'm finally off. Weaning myself off, sorry. And they will argue with you everything in the book to make sure that you don't get off of it, pretty much. You tell them you want to go down 10 milligrams a week, and they're like, well, let's start at 2 and see how it goes, blah, blah, blah. Like, you literally pretty much, the only thing that saved me and got me out of that clinic is for me to go to jail. I went to jail for 30 days. I got clean. It was the biggest nightmare in my life, withdrawing from methadone. But when I got out, I still had that, I went through the withdrawals, but I still had that weak feeling. I had no energy. My brain was just mush. I mean, it was crap. And that's when I found kratom. Instead of going back to the clinic again and losing my wife and everything I had, I started taking kratom. She didn't like it, but she was okay with it because she realized it was nothing compared to where I was in life. So addiction is a hard thing to deal with, and it's, I can't even imagine what percentage of United States Americans are addicted to pain pills. It's awful. And, a lot of them I know need them. My father-in-law had like 4 back surgeries. He can barely move. He can barely walk. He is prescribed to very strong opiates. And I understand that. Some people do need it for pain. But there's a lot of people out there that do it just because they're addicted to it. And it's almost impossible to just get off of yourself, man. I've known people to go to rehab 5 times, get out, and relapse again because it's just such a strong hold on your mind that you just cannot seem to get away from it. And I never thought I would get off of it. I always thought in my life that I'd be on it for life. And I didn't really see anything wrong with it at the time. Being an addict, you don't see that. You don't see the outside looking in. All you see is the inside. And it's scary because it takes over your mind. You think that you're not doing nothing wrong, but you are. You're killing yourself slowly. I know when it comes to methadone that it has such a strong half-life in it, which means it takes a long time for it to get completely out of your system. You are literally like withdrawing for 14 or 15 days. And that's just the physical, like body withdrawals, the vomiting, the diarrhea, the cold sweats, you can't sleep, your restless leg, and the sleep deprivation were the worst for me, and my lower back always hurt, and I don't know why, but it always hurt. So when I found Kratom, man, it was like a godsend. I found it. I was able to start sleeping at night again. I mean, it was great, man. But you just, anything you have to take in moderation, man. You can't just let anything just take over your body like that, because when you're young, you don't realize taking one pill is going to lead to a whole life of misery and addiction. You don't think about that. You just think, oh, well, I'm 18. I'll just take it one time, or I'll just take it three times, or I'll just go to the clinic, 2 or 3 times a week, and that turns into a full blown, 7 days a week, and that's not even enough. And you're still trying to buy methadone off your friends that go to the clinic because you done drank all your dose on Saturday, and you still got to go all day Sunday, all night Sunday night. It's just awful. So I woke up this morning with that heavy on my heart, and I'm hoping that somebody watches this video, even if I just help one person stay away from the clinic or get off of this stuff. I'm not hating on a methadone clinic. I'm not hating on Suboxone. I know that it does help people, and some people genuinely need it. Like my dad, when he was still alive, he was prescribed methadone because he was prescribed like 7 different pain medications for his back, and he had back surgery, and it made it worse, and he needed it. So instead of taking those 7 pain medications, they just took all that away and were just giving him methadone, which I understand that. A lot of people need that, and that's fine. But a lot of people don't. And a lot of people are just blind to it because they're sucked into the addiction game, and all they think about is getting their next fix. They don't think about nothing else. They don't have anything nice. They will never have anything nice. You're lucky if you got your own car, because I never did. Like I spent every dime I had on the methadone clinic. It's $11 a day, and that may not sound like a lot, but $77 a week adds up quick. So y'all just be aware, man. If you have any loved ones going to the clinic or on Suboxone, or you know, in full blown addiction with heroin or fentanyl, man, there is help out there. And I promise you, if I could do it, anybody could do it. So I just hope the best for all you guys. And if y'all have any questions about any of this stuff, I'm very knowledgeable when it comes to pain pill addictions and the clinics and the Suboxone. So if y'all have any kind of, questions or concerns or anything that you need, please don't, just feel free to message me. Um, my name is Lee Crenshaw, CRENSHAW on Facebook. Y'all can look me up, message me. If you have any questions, I don't mind answering them. Like I said, I'm clean, so don't anybody come at me sideways asking me for anything like that, because I don't mess with none of that. If you guys could just please have a great Sunday, that's all I ask. And I hope that y'all are enjoying your church today, or your family picnics, or whatever you are. It's supposed to be a beautiful day outside today, so I hope you enjoy your Sundays and stay away from the bad stuff, man. And if you're obviously just thinking about taking a pain pill or going to a clinic, don't do it, man. It's not worth it. I love you guys, and I'm sorry for the long video. I just had to get this out there, and I hope that everybody understands where I'm coming from. God bless. Y'all have a wonderful Sunday and a beautiful start to your work week. Peace out, y'all.